Hello, everybody. Welcome to the broadcast. Justin Lee is returning today as your announcer for this broadcast today. California Cage Rats taking on the SoCal Mavericks. Anthony Connor on the mound today. I'm going to try to do my best to figure out the Cage Rats lineup at the moment. Don't have any names that link up with any numbers, so I'm just trying to go off of basically what's in front of me at the moment. So bear with me here, guys. But a very important win here today. The Mavericks need as the first pitch is hit over to Doffner at second base. Picks it up, makes an easy play over to first base, gets the first out of the inning. Today's a very hot 93 degrees out here today. So everybody who decided to watch the live broadcast today, you made a good choice in staying at home because it is heating up out here. It's pretty hot here today with the matchup between the Cage Rats and the SoCal Mavericks. So all the fans who are able to make it out here today, putting on the sunblock. As Anthony Connor throws to the second batter. This one outside part of the plate for ball one. Connor, who did a relief appearance last weekend, did a fairly good job, only giving up 2 runs. And this one bounces right in front of Tittle, who is the catcher behind the plate today. And then 2-0 count early here in the first inning. Next pitch is high. 3-1 now the count. This is actually Dylan Hoffman, the manager of the SoCal Mavericks. As a former team, as he managed the Cage Rats a few seasons ago, and now he's the manager of the SoCal Mavericks, creating his own team in the first season of their existence. As Anthony Connor walked the second batter in the Cage Rats lineup, and now we'll get to the next one, number 24 of the Cage Rats. One runner at first, ball outside. First pitch to number 24. Next pitch is missed on the top part of the zone. Look like 2-0 now the count to number 24. Next pitch delivery, missing the outside part of the plate. 3-0 now. Very tight squeeze strike zone for the umpire here today. But Anthony Connor behind in the count 3-0, looking for his first strike here to this batter. Next delivery, a pickoff attempt over the first base, back in there safely. Brandon Reyes, typically the DH, is playing first base today. The Mavericks are on a skeleton crew lineup here today with some of the guys out, especially guys like Darian Choi, who's missing. And this one, the first strike to the current batter, number 24. 3-1 now the count. Next delivery, outside part of the plate. That'll be another walk. So 2 guys will be on base here in the first inning. An already interesting situation for Anthony Connor as the next batter comes up for the Cage Rats. And Dylan Hoffman is already going to talk to his pitcher out there on the mound. Okay, well, after a little brief mound visit by Dylan Hoffman, Anthony Connor will reset with the next batter up here. Pretty big individual, number 36 for the Cage Rats. First pitch, down and under for a ball. Delivery by Connor is swung on and hit over to the shortstop. Throws over to second base. Get the out there. And a wild throw over beyond the first baseman as a runner will score for the Cage Rats. So that's a fielder's choice RBI for the number 36 of the Cage Rats as they will be on the board with the first run after an error by the second baseman, Kyle Doffner, who threw a ball way over the head of Brandon Reyes at first base. He does stay at first base, so one runner will be at first. Next batter up here for the Cage Rats. Anthony Connor delivers the first pitch and swung on and missed for first strike. Tipped off the bat and into the glove of Zachary Tittle. Another one is swung on and missed. 0-2 now the count to the current batter. Anthony Connor looking to get out of the inning with only one run allowed. Perfect game and no hitter already out of the question here. Next pitch, down and below. Oh, attempt over to first base as the runner gets back safely. Good awareness by Tittle to throw that over. Comes the next pitch. And this one is hit toward the third base, and he'll make the easy catch. TK Parker at third base makes the out, and we'll get out of the first inning with the Cage Rats up 1-0. So, typically Daniel Escada would be the leadoff hitter for the Mavericks, but we got Mylan Jones in the leadoff spot today with Daniel Escada actually on the on deck part, so he'll be the number 2 hole hitter for the Mavericks today. That one's the first ball to Mylan Jones here. Typically, Mylan Jones has been the leadoff hitter for the first part of the season for the Mavericks, but Daniel Escada took over those duties for a little bit. But here he is back in his usual spot from the beginning of the season. Next pitch delivery inside on the outside part of the plate. Strike one. 1-1 now the count to Mylan Jones. This one inside, misses. 2-1 now the count. Milo Jones put himself as a rising senior out of Tustin from Hope International University, powerhouse for baseball players in Division II / NAIA. Hope International University and actually won I believe the Division III World Series a couple seasons ago, if I'm not mistaken. But Milo Jones has got a familiar name with the school labeled on him. So we're setting the count 2-2 now to Milo Jones. This one misses the outside part. 3-2 full count now to Milo Jones. Likes to eat steak and potatoes, and he wants to play as long as possible in his baseball career. This one is hit to the second baseman. He'll pick this up easily on a grounder over to first base and make the first out of the inning. Now batting, number 18, Daniel Escada. Daniel Escada typically in the leadoff spot. Now in the 2-hole is up to bat here for the Mavericks with Seth Mifflin on deck here for the Mavericks. Brandon Reyes is the 4-hole hitter. This one is a first pitch strike on a changeup to Escada. Late pickup player in the halfway part of the season. Played with the Mavericks at Palm Springs and kind of really showed his power as a leadoff hitter out of Westcliff University. The big majority of this SoCal Mavericks roster is a lot of guys from Westcliff University. 2-0 here, the count to Escada. This one is swung on, the grounder over to the first baseman. Nobody's there to grab the bag. The pitcher's coming over, and Escada is safe. Nobody was able to make it in time. Now batting, number 11, Seth Mifflin. Seth Mifflin in the 3rd hole with Brandon Reyes on deck, so he'll have a chance to bat up in this bottom of the first inning. First pitch to Mifflin misses the outside part for ball 1. Escada does have some speed, so look for him to at least take a chance on a stolen base here at some point. Seth Mifflin, known for his choice of the red color gear. This one is hit towards the gap. Second baseman can't get to it, and Mifflin will get a base hit with Daniel Escada stopping at second base. And Brandon Reyes will be the next guy up. Now batting, number 34, Brandon Reyes. Yeah. So man on first and second for the Mavericks. A chance to get a run back here with Brandon Reyes, the big hitter for the Mavericks, coming up to bat here. This one swung on and fouled off to the backstop. Typically, last week, Brandon Reyes actually did hit a 2-run home run against the Jays. And this one was a no-doubter. So he is one of those big hitters. Teammate of Milo Jones, actually, from Hope International University. This one in the dirt as Daniel Escada, with great speed, makes it over to third base safely. And Seth Mifflin will also advance. So 2 runners now in scoring position with Brandon Reyes up to bat and only 1 out here in the inning. So a chance to get a sacrifice RBI if possible. As he'll step into the bag with a 1-1 count. AJ Santamaria on deck. This one grounded towards the right side, and it'll just go foul ball. One and two now, the count to Brandon Reyes. Delivery inside misses the inside part. 2-2 evens now to Brandon Reyes. left-handed pitcher for the K-Trans. This next delivery is hit on, swung up the middle, and it'll get through a base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes Seth Mifflin racing down the line, and he'll get in on a stand-up. So 2-run score here for the Mavericks with a 2-1 lead now. Now batting, number 29, AJ Santamaria. If it's all right, I wanna kick it with you all night, all night. AJ Santamaria now up to bat with TK Parker on deck. Brandon Reyes made a two-run single, a ball up the middle, and manages to get the 2 runs in for the Mavericks. So Mavericks already taking an early lead. Great job to get that base hit up the middle to score the 2 runs, and also credit to Daniel Skidder for stealing as well. Next pitch delivery in there. 0-2 now the count to AJ Santamaria. There's the next delivery. Outside towards the gap. Off the glove of the third baseman. It's just sitting there in the infield, and AJ Santamaria has an infield single. Not sure what just happened there. Looks like Brandon Reyes got out. It looked like he was going to third for whatever reason. Not sure. But now there's 2 outs in the inning. So Brandon Reyes will head back to the dugout with TK Parker coming up here. So weird series of events that just happened. Now batting, number 13, TK Parker. So AJ Santamaria had a base hit, advanced Brandon Reyes to second with only 1 out, and then for whatever reason, Brandon Reyes advanced to third, got out on a tag, and here we are with Santamaria at first base with 2 outs, TK Parker up to bat. This one is a pop fly up in the air, profanity up in the air for TK, and this one will be caught with the final out here in the bottom of the first. Mavericks leading 2-1 now here in this game. Anthony Connor back on the bump for the Mavericks here in his second inning of work. He'll take on the middle part of the lineup for the K-Reds as the next batter comes with the bat. First delivery down and below. Ball 1 to the current batter. Next delivery, outside part, hits the zone, strike 1. 1-1 now the count. Mavericks in their final week of the season for the Sunset League, so right around 500 at the very moment. And they're looking to try to get into the playoffs here, but they've had their issues this year with some of the decisions and other things that were happening with the games and stuff. This is a grounder in front, and it'll be land foul. Tittle looking to barehanded and throw it over to first for an easy out, but it'll just be a 1-2 count now. But Mavericks still have plenty of time to at least give themselves a chance to get into the playoffs here for the Sunset League. That'll be happening in late August or early August, I should say. This is a grounder up towards the shortstop, picked up easily over to first base. Good throw over for the first out of the inning. Daniel Skata doing the shortstop duties out there at shortstop. Already had 2 ground balls today and made some pretty good throws over to his first baseman Reyes. This one misses for a ball, 1-0. Now the count with 1 out here in the top of the second inning. This one a fastball right down the middle, strike 1. 1-1 now the count. A little changeup lands beautifully in the glove of Tittle. 1-2 now the count. And Decon looking for a strikeout. This one misses the outside part. 2-2 now the count. Next delivery by Connor. Outside. 3-2 now the count. Regaining his control here. Next delivery down the middle towards the second baseman. Doffner picks up the grounder over to first base, and 2 outs now here in the top of the second. Good play. Next delivery. Connor, this one fouled to the left side, and it's out of the park. Once again, yeah, I don't have the lineups for the Cage Rats currently, so I won't be able to mention any names for the Cage Rats. Asked for a lineup earlier, they weren't able to give it to me, but here we are. We're just trying to figure it out. The fly ball to left center field. It'll head towards the gap, and under it'll be Seth Mifflin for an easy couch. So 1-2-3 inning for Anthony Connor as he get out of the top of the second. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Connor Doffner leading off the bottom of the second for the Mavericks. Mateo Salas usually does relief pitching duties, is on deck for the Mavericks. First pitch to Kyle Doffner is a fastball on the outside part, hits the zone. 0-1 early count to Kyle Doffner. So we got back-to-back two-way type players. Kyle Doffner also does starting pitching duties for the Mavericks as well. Next delivery is a fastball on the outside part. This one misses. 1-1 now the count to Kyle Doffner.
1-5.
Next delivery by the pitcher is bouncing the ground off the plate of the umpire. He looks good. Took it like a man.
Or woman.
Yeah. In case.
I'm joking.
A fun conversation at the plate. There's the next delivery. A high fastball misses the top part. 3-1 now the count. Next delivery, a grounder over to the shortstop. It will be interesting play. Makes a good pick over to first base for the first out of the inning. Now batting number 9, Mateo Salas. Hey, Mateo Salas, a grounder up the middle part of the field, and it'll be a base hit for Mateo Salas off the first pitch single. The catcher, number 16, Zachary Tittle. So after a base hit by Mateo Salas, 1 out here in the bottom of the second, Zachary Tittle, the catcher, will be up to bat now with Brandon Zani at the on deck. First pitch with a curveball that missed the outside part, didn't get all of that pitch. So 1-0 the early count to Zachary Tittle. This one, it's fastball swung on and tipped into the glove of the catcher. And 1-1 now the count to Zachary Tittle. Next delivery by the pitcher is a fastball that's fouled off to the right side. And now 1-2 count now to Zachary Tittle as he'll be defending the plate. This one is a fastball, miss the outside, is a pitch out and a throw over attempt, and he'll get in there safely as Mateo Salas. And this one is also a ball in the dirt. Looking for an appeal, and it'll be called safe. So 3-2 the count, full count to Zachary Tittle. And this one is a fly ball to right field, under the right fielder. He'll make the catch. Mateo Salas has got to go back to first, the throw over to first base, and it's a double play. So not a lot of big awareness being played out here today as the 1-2-3 early out inning here, and we'll go to the top of the third. Thank you.
Welcome. A little better, right?
Yeah. It's an oppo hit over to the left field as Mifflin was under it. Welcome here to the top of the third inning with the Mavericks versus the Cage Rats. The score currently 2-1. We already got one out here early with Anthony Connor back in his third inning of work. He's the first delivery to the second batter. This one's a grounder over to the shortstop, picks it up on the grounder and throws it over to first. And a good scoop by the first baseman, second out of the inning. Anthony Connor already having a pretty good outing so far in his third inning of work here today, only giving up one run in the first inning. And back here on the mound looking for another 1-2-3 inning. The first pitch delivery as a good pitch is in the middle of the zone, strike one. A swung on a miss on a pitch that curved on the outside part. 0-2 now the count. And here's the 0-2 delivery. And a strikeout call. 1-2-3 inning for Anthony Connor. Bottom of the third inning here. Brandon Zani leading off here in the bottom of the third inning for the Mavericks with Mylan Jones in the on deck. As Zani will look at the first pitch, strike one. Mylan Jones will heading back to the top of the lineup for the Mavericks. Brandon Zani, the extra hitter here today for the Mavericks in his role. Generally a catcher for the Mavericks. Sophomore at Phoenix, Oregon, studying business currently at Westcliff University. Here's the next delivery. Is a changeup that's hit towards the gap between the first and second base, and nobody's there to cover. A wild throw over, and the catcher, and it's into the dugout. So Brandon Zani will go to second base on a wild throw by the second baseman out there, and one man will be in scoring position. Now batting number 2, Mylan Jones. Zani had a infield single with the wild throw out there into the dugout, so he's at second base in scoring position.
Hate to break it to you, that's not a single.
Do you mind?
Yes. First pitch in there for ball one.
Do you want to call that an infield single? No?
No, it's an error.
Okay. All right, we're going to call that an error. Mylan Jones, the leadoff hitter for the Mavericks, is the next pitch. A showed bunt, pulled up, and now we're at a 2-0 count here with Daniel Skata in the on-deck circle.
I called it an error in the book.
Okay,
Just, that's why.
if you want to call it. Welcome Stephen Hayden to the show. Pop fly up in the air. In the middle part, someone's going to try to get it, and it'll make an easy catch in the infield with the first out of the inning. Now batting, number 18, Daniel Escada.
I mean, I'll take it. I hate that song. Daniel Skate up to the plate, 1 out here, runner on second base. Brandon Zoni waiting to score. First pitch high and outside for ball 1. Welcome back to your normally scheduled program with me doing the commentating. And Justin's here whenever he's not at Disneyland in the Angels game. High again for ball 2. Plus I'll most likely be pitching at some point today, so I didn't start out over here. I had to warm up and get ready. Just the Mavericks need to warm up and get some hits going. 2-0 misses high for ball 3. Yeah, it's been a long time no see for you being here. Welcome back.
I was here last week. I'm not sure what you're talking about there, man.
I think we've had like 3 games since last time. 3-0
Yeah.
count here. Fastball down the middle for strike 1. Skata 1 for 1 so far today. Had that first base hit of the game into right field. Scored the first run of the game as well. That one is fouled off for full count now. So that lands right over by the batting cages over here. A 3-2 count here. Which worked it back 3-0, making it 3-2 here, trying to get the second out of the inning. Inside fastball, hard ground ball to shortstop. Sandy holds a bounce throw. Called safe at first base. A delayed call there from the umpire. Daniel Skata just able to beat it out there. Runners on first and second here.
Now batting, number 11, Seth Mifflin.
That's a hit.
What?
I said that one's a hit.
Yeah, that one was definitely a hit.
Runners on first and second here. 1 out. Bottom of the 3rd inning. First pitch high to Seth Mifflin, the lefty out of Santa Ana College. He was at Santa Ana College this year. I believe he was on that. I'm not sure if he was playing or not, but I believe he was a part of that state winning team this year, defeating Saddleback in the final. Finished 3rd in the OEC and then ended up winning state. Fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. 1-1 count here. I know Westcliff is looking to possibly get a player of his caliber either for this year or next year. Fastball, line drive to right center field. That's going to find the gap. Going to keep rolling to the fence. Daniel Skata is going to be waved home. Brandon Zandy stands in easily. Throw to home, not in time. Daniel Skata standing up. Seth Mifflin into second base for a double, making it a 4-1 ball game in favor of the Mavericks.
Now batting, number 34, Brendan Reyes.
Yeah.
Skata was taken off right away there. He was looking to go home as soon as that ball was hit, and he ends up taking advantage of it and getting home. 2 runs come across for the Mavericks as Brandon Reyes steps up to the plate. Seth Mifflin on second base. First pitch, a curveball in there for strike one. Rays had a ground ball single up the middle, had 2 RBIs in that first inning. Made it a 2-1 ball game. Next pitch. Another curveball popped up over the right side. First baseman making a run at it. It's going to land in foul territory, though. Okay. Why? Some interesting sound effects over there. 0-2 count, though, here on Reyes. Mifflin takes off into the third. Fastball swung on and missed for strike 3. Second out of the inning. Mifflin makes it over to third base, though.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 29, AJ Santamaria.
Go, AJ.
AJ up to the plate here. 2 outs. Runner on third base. 4-1 game. And it's fouled right back here for strike 1. AJ also had a single in his first appearance. Had 2 strikes on him and hit that ball to third baseman, which was off of his arm. Hit hard enough though for a single. Next pitch, fastball, watch for strike 2. 0-2 count, 2 outs. K-Trad looking to limit the damage to just 2 runs. See if they're able to do that. Pitch on its way. Off speed, misses outside. Pitcher thought it was strike 3. He started walking in. Umpire says, no, you're coming back. He's had a bit of a smaller zone today. That pitch was on the line, on the chalk. It's not really chalk on a turf field. It's just a line. 1-2 pitch. Ball in the dirt. Umpire says he didn't go. 2-2 count here. Couple good pitches there from the K-Trats pitcher. Unable to get the swing on that last pitch, though. 2-2 count pitch here. Outside fastball. Called a ball for ball 3. Pitcher thought he had that one again. Took a couple steps towards the dugout, maybe trying to sell that one a little bit. Full count here to AJ, looking to bring another run in. Another run just 90 feet away at third. Pitch. Ground ball to shortstop. Fielded cleanly, thrown over to first. Kind of get AJ out there. Put a decent cut on it. Unfortunately, it went right to the shortstop. That will end the third inning. Score now is your Mavericks up 4-1 on the K-Trats. We will see Anthony Connor returning to the mound. We will see if any other changes are made. Top of the 4th inning. Anthony Connor remaining on the mound. First pitch. pot line drive in the center field. It stays up near a little too long. Marlon's going to camp under it for the first out of the inning. Anthony Connor so far been working very quickly here. Last inning, he only threw 5 pitches, 2 first pitch outs, and then a 3-pitch strikeout. Caught the number 11 hitter looking as the number 2 hitter, Nick Struer, is up to the plate, second baseman for today. First pitch is outside for ball 1. First ball he's thrown in a while. 1-0 pitch. Hit over to the left side. Jam the hitter. Seth Mifflin is moving back. He's running back. It jumps for it over his head. Going to roll to the fence. Nick's going to make his way into second base. Misplayed there by Seth Mifflin. I think he thought it wasn't. The ball carried a little further than he thought it would. Leaving the runner on second base here for the next hitter up to the plate.
Sun's right in his eyes.
Yeah, he just thought it was a little too close. He thought it was a little closer than it actually was. He thought I was going to travel as far, so run around second here, 1 out. Misses outside for ball 1. Anthony Chiramonte was in the pen in the first inning, getting ready to warm up. We'll see if he goes back in there again. 1-0's bounced on the plate. It's caught by Zachary Tittle behind the plate. No defensive changes so far. The Mavericks have very few players on the bench. I believe their only option on the bench is Keaton Slack in terms of players who can play in the field. 2-0 fastball watch for strike 1. 2-1 count here. I mean, I can always play the field, but I think I'm supposed to pitch today. You have Teddy Motts ready to pitch, Anthony Chiramonte. Someone else, I can't remember exactly who. 2-1. Hit into right field, hit hard but popped up. Runner's going to tag up there. Actually moving to center field. Marlon Jones going to make the catch. Runner tags up and runs to third. The throw is cut off. No play is going to be made at third. Pop up there. So that's going to move the runner to third with 2 outs now. Two outs here, runner on third. Cage Rats looking to cut the lead down to 2 runs. See if they're able to do that here. First pitch from Connor. Off speed is swung on. Fouled back into Zachary Tittle. Goes off his body. A little bit shaken up. The mask fell off. A little bit of a stinger there. Says he's all right. Appears to be all right. It was just fouled back into him. Just want to make sure he wasn't getting hit or anything like that. Oh, what count here? Connor. Anthony Connor looking for his 3rd straight scoreless inning. Curveball misses inside. Almost hits the batter. He moves out of the way of it, though. 1-1 count here. One pitch. Off speed in the dirt. Good take there by the hitter. 2-1 count here on him. How are you feeling today, Justin?
I'm feeling good. Just enjoying the big part of this game. Glad to see the Mavericks on top at the very moment.
We'll see if that remains. Big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2 strikes, 2 balls here. Connor looking to get out of the inning. Strikeout would be huge for him.
You thinking about playing in the field today?
I might need a pitch. 2-2 pitch. Inside fastball. He stays alive, gets a piece of it, and fouls it off. Remains 2-2. Yeah, I think I'm more needed to pitch. We got one bench player. Probably these guys might probably stay in the whole game.
Yeah, no Darian Choi today in the lineup for the Mavericks.
Yeah, it wasn't here on Sunday either. 2-2. Hit to the right side. Gonna go against the fence in foul territory. Good pitch there from Connor. Batter stays alive up there. Yeah. Mavericks only have 4 players on the bench: Teddy Motts, Anthony Chiramonte, Keaton Slack, and Steven Hayden. So we'll see who they turn to for the next pitcher, or if they turn anyone in the field. Low fastball swung on, 2-hopper to left field. That's going to score a run. A good piece of hitting there from the Cage Rats, as he's going to bring a run in. 4-2 game now. Not much more Connor could do. He threw a low fastball. He just went down, and the batter just went down and got that one. So 2 outs, runner on first here. First pitch from Connor is a little check swing. 1 count. Tittle can't handle the ball. Needs to figure it out over there. 1 count here. Inside fastball pickoff attempt from Tittle. Just a little off target. Reyes tried to bring it back in. Did not make an attempt on the tag, though.
He's been aware of the movements of the first base all day. I think that's his 3rd pickoff attempt.
Yeah, well, so far unsuccessful. We'll see if he gets any opportunity. That one hitting the right field. That's going to hit the ground. Going towards the fence. Milan's going to cut it off. Running to third as a runner. It was waving him home. He's going home. Relay throw. A throw from Doffner. Overthrows the catcher. Anthony Connor beating the backup. Tries to get him out at second. Is unable to. 4-3 ball game. And still Mavericks are up by 1.
It was a good relay there to the home plate, but it was just way over Tittle's head. That was in a more perfect spot. The runner probably would have been out on that.
Yeah, just overthrown there. We'll see. See now if Connor can get out of this situation here. Still runner on second here with 2 outs. 4-3 ball game. I'm keeping score. This one is popped up into shallow center field. Milan's going to run in. He's going to make the catch. I do get out of the inning. However, the Cage Rats do score 3 runs there in the top of the 4th inning. Score is 4-3. We go to the bottom of the 4th with TK Parker leading off for the SoCal Mavericks.
Leading off, number 13, TK Parker.
Turn off. I was going to say he's in the box. They're about to start.
I have it
Is
automatically.
my sound on?
Yes, your sound is on.
Okay, bottom of the fourth inning. Here we go. TK Parker up to the plate. First pitch. Curveball way outside and high for ball one. TK first at bat popped up to the second baseman to end the first inning after an AJ Santamaria single. See if you can change the fortunes here. Inside fastball called for ball two. Mavericks so far in first 3 innings have 8 hits. Only able to bring across 4 runs though. Meanwhile, the Cage Reds 3 hits and 3 runs, all of those coming in, except for the first run in that last inning. Ground ball to shortstop, fielded, thrown over to first. TK Parker going to be out by a couple steps for the first out of the inning.
Second baseman, number 15, Kyle Doffner.
So number 15, Kyle Doffner, is up to the plate here. Looking for something to start off this inning. He ground out in the first inning with a shortstop. Curveball is watched for strike one. He led off the bottom of the second inning with a ground ball to shortstop on a 3-1 pitch. Also has the one error for the Mavericks as he threw that ball away in the first inning, which led to the Cage Rats' first run. Now speed is way outside. 1-1 count here. I don't know. He's a bit of a unicorn. Kyle Doffner is a bit of a dark horse. Can play a lot of positions. Curveball in the dirt. 2-1. He's played first base. He's played in second base. He's pitched. He was an all-star as a pitcher. The total package is going to be going into graduate school over at Westcliff University, playing in his final year of college. 2-1 pitch, outside and high for ball 3. Also, funny enough, lives right around us.
Where near us is that?
I'll tell you during the break.
Okay.
I don't want to reveal his location on live TV. 3-1 pitch, fastball in there for strike 2. You know, you're not that far from it. 3-2 count. He thought that was a little high, but it ends up being called a strike by the umpire. So full count here to Doffner. Pitch on the way. Late swing, a 2-hop chopper to second baseman. Throw over to first. Going to get Doffner out by a step. 2 outs here. 2 straight ground balls.
Right fielder, number 9, Mateo Salas.
Potato salad up to the plate here. Potato salad up to the plate here.
Oh my goodness. Is he a good potato salad?
He was good his first plate appearances. Saw the first pitch he got thrown to him in there for a single up the middle. As this one he takes for strike 1. Yeah, spot in the second inning, had a single up the middle, past the pitcher out of reach of the shortstop and second baseman into the center fielder. Off speed's in there for strike 2. 0-2 count here. It's not 1-1 as it says on the scoreboard. It's actually 0-2. Looking for the fastball high. Pitch to Mateo. Outside, ball 1. 1-2 count here. Mavericks trying not to go down 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 4th. Curveball outside, ball 2. Two count to Mateo potato salad. Curveball on the outside. Like outside, I guess. 3-2. I thought it was going to be called strike 3. So did the pitcher. Worked it back from 0-2 to 3-2. Catcher sets up outside. Will we see a fastball? Fastball is high for ball 4. Mateo Salas. I almost forgot how to say his name. Takes that one for ball 4.
Catcher, number 16, Zachary Tittle.
Zachary Tittle up to the plate now here for the Mavericks. We're on first 2 outs here. Mateo on base for the second time today. Had Zachary Tittle line drive to right field last time, which ended up being a double play. as Mateo Salas was stealing on the pitch and could not get back there in time. It was well hit from Tittle. Fortunately, went to the right fielder, and right fielder was able to run and make the play. First pitch was in the dirt. Next pitch is also in the dirt. Mateo thought about going, decided not to. And it's a 2-0 count here. It is a hot one out here today, ladies and gentlemen. We were driving the car on the way here. It was around 2:50 when we got here. It was about 95 degrees, and on this turf it feels even worse. Ground ball to second baseman. 2 hopper going to be fielded. Throw over to second. They're going to make the play at second instead of going for first base. That will be the 3rd out of the inning. 1 runner left on base there for the Mavericks. We go to the top of the 5th inning. We will see who the new pitcher is for the Mavericks in just a second. 4-3 going to the top of the 5th inning.
You're on.
And we're back. Anthony Connor will return to the mound. I wasn't sure if there would be a switch of pitchers as we are starting the top of the 5th inning. First pitch from Connor is a ground ball, backhanded by Reyes. Fell a little bit off balance and out of the way, but is able to stay down and make it the 1st out of the inning.
Oh my gosh.
Really?
It's a good play.
Was it?
Ethan is going live.
First pitch bounces off the plate for ball 1. It said something about LA Whistle C as well.
No, because it's sending me notifications.
Oh.
Ethan's going live.
Never mind. This stream is sponsored today by the LA Whistle C as well. 1-0 pitch.
And the Hunky Door Sports Show.
No, not that. Fouled off to the left side. Bounces in the bullpen. 1-1 count here. Sponsored by the Spring 2023 World Series Wiffle Ball Champions, LA Wiffles OC. Captained by yours truly. 1-1 pitch. Curveball, line drive into left field. Seth Mifflin having trouble seeing it out there. Ends up having to lay out to make the catch. But does make the catch here. 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning.
Soldier boy, tell. Hey, I got this.
What happened?
Just giving him some glasses. So 2 outs here. Anthony Connor getting 2 quick outs here. Next pitch from him. Popped up in the center field. Island Jones is running back. Takes about 10 steps back. Able to get camped and make the catch. Another quick inning there for Anthony Connor, bouncing back from the 2 runs he gave up in the top of the 4th inning. 4-3 still as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Mavericks looking to add on to the lead. Bottom of the 5th inning. We're ready to go here. Brandon Zani leading off. Yeah, he showed up about 5 minutes before the game started. First pitch out, fouled off towards the cages for strike 1. Foul ball number 1, not ball 1. Mavericks got the 10 hitter, and then back to the top of the order they go with Mylan Jones and Daniel Escada guaranteed to hit this inning. See if Maury able to get up to the plate here for the Mavericks. 0-1 pitch, line drive over the second baseman. It's going to find a gap. Zany's going to stretch it to 2. Center fielder cuts it off. Throw in, not going to have any play at second base. Cut off at second baseman, throwing to the shortstop. A stand-up double there as he shotguns a beer out at second base. No, sorry, it's just college league. It's not beers. It's
Now batting
shotgunning
number 2, Mylan Jones.
He's shotgunning a root beer out there, ladies and gentlemen. We would never encourage that thing over that kind of activity with the Mavericks.
We do not condone that action here.
Unless you're of age like me.
Please do not try it.
Even I don't do that. And Dylan Hoffman's actually bunt down near first pitch. Brandon Zanny caught in a pickle.
Oh.
The throw to second base. Brandon Zanny tried to get back in. Is out. The bunt there from Mylan Jones. Too much at the pitcher. Hit a little too hard. Brandon Zanny will be the first out at second base.
Now batting number 18, Daniel Escada.
First pitch is popped up to the right side. Second baseman will make the play. Go over to first, not in time. 2 outs here.
Now batting number 11, Seth Mifflin.
All your exes know I like my O's with a V in the middle. You would love it if I went away and didn't say nothing else.
First pitch, Seth Mifflin, watch for strike, throws a little off targets, and is going to be safe over at second base. My game change, my eye score closed on me, and we're back to normal now. 0-1 misses outside, or is it 0-1 or 2, or is it 1-1 or 2-0? I guess it's 2-0. 2-0 count here to Seth Mifflin. 3-0 count here now. Count to Mifflin. Decides not to swing. Called for a strike though. Good choice there from Seth. Runner on second base. Mylan with a lot of speed over at second base. All the outfield can score him. 3-1 count here. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Mavericks up by 1. Pitch misses outside for ball 4. Seth Mifflin works the walk. As Brandon Reyes is up to the plate now.
Now batting first baseman number 34, Brandon Reyes.
Yeah.
Brandon Reyes up here, runners on first and second, 2 outs. That 2 RBI single in his first at-bat. Second at-bat, struck out swinging. First pitch is watched on the outside corner for strike 1. Brandon not the biggest fan of that call, but the call is the call. Can't change it now. Oh, no one can change it in the first place. Umpire is in charge of that. 0-1 pitch. Curveball way high. 1-1 count here. I throw a curveball way high to Brandon Reyes is an accomplishment in itself. The towering man at the plate. taller than if you stack two Justins on top of each other. Curveball missed outside. Pitcher slips on the mound. That one's way outside. No. Why? That was rude.
Was that?
Might have been a wee bit rude. 2-1 count here. Runners on first and second. Fastball's way high and outside. 3 straight balls to Reyes makes it a 3-1 count here. Reds pitcher needs to lock in here if he wants to get his team back in the dugout to hit. Three-one pitch on the way. Curveball is going to bounce. Bases loaded after 2 straight walks here. As AJ Santamaria steps up to
Now
the plate.
batting the designated hitter, number 29, AJ Santamaria.
It's alright. I wanna kick it with you all night.
As we get a mound meeting from the manager. Just going, him and the catcher going out there, just calm down the pitcher a little bit, trying to get him to lock back in. 2 straight walks. 2 straight walks here has loaded the bases here for the Mavericks with 2 outs. AJ Santamaria up to the plate. TK Parker waiting on deck, hoping he gets his opportunity to hit. If he does, that means the Mavericks will get a run.
Baby, lock the door and turn the lights down.
Play it again when we go out there.
Really?
Why not? Just restart it.
It will.
It's not restarted. So 2 outs here. Fresh count here to Santamaria. First pitch on the way. Fastball inside for ball 1. It's the 89th pitch the Cage-Rich pitcher has thrown today. We're just in the 5th inning. Compared to that, Anthony Connor's thrown 60 pitches so far in 5 innings. Had a lot of ground balls and pop-ups. Inside and high, 2-0 count here to Santamaria. We'll see if this is it for this pitcher, if he walks this batter. Making his 3rd walk in a row. Two-0 pitch. Fastball wash for strike 1. After 6 straight balls, he pounds a strike. Watched by Santamaria. Probably a smart choice on his part. 2-1 count. Santamaria has put a couple good balls in play. 1 for a single, 1 for a ground out. Both towards the shortstop area. Fastball misses low. 3-1 count here. A walk would double the lead for the Mavericks. See if they're able to do that here. Pitcher coming set. 3-1 pitch on the way. Fastball high for ball 4. 3 straight walks brings in a run for the Mavericks, making it a 5-3 game.
Now batting number 13, TK Parker.
What is life I cannot change? And it is, keep off in the main.
Marlon Jones scores. Santamaria on his way to first. All the other movers move up the base. For TK Parker here, 2 outs. Curveball is in there for strike 1. Watched by TK Parker. Someone I know would say, watched. Referring to Dustin there. Shout out to Dustin Staggs. Curveball is high for ball 1. Yeah, he'd go back and listen to some of the videos and he's saying in strikeouts looking, just listen to the way he says watched. It's a signature move. 1-1 count. Curveball watched again for strike 2. 1-2 count. I don't think he does in any of the new videos because we've made him self-conscious about it. 1-2 count. Pitch on the way. Curveball hit well down the left side. Not quite well enough, though, as that one lands foul. Got a little bit on top of it. Was a little bit under the curveball. AJ Santamaria making his way back to first base. 1-2 count. Pitch on the way. Curveball slowly hit down the third base line. Ball will be fielded in foul territory. That ball stayed fair for a couple bounces. A third baseman patiently waits. Two straight foul balls for TK Parker staying alive here. Bases loaded still, 1-2 count. Cage Rats looking to limit the damage to just one run here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Mavericks looking to extend on their lead. Pitch, ground ball to third base. Fielded cleanly on the throw hop. Throw over to first. Going to get TK Parker by a couple steps. That will end the inning. One run comes across, though, for the Mavericks on one hit there. 5-3 ball game as we head to the top of the sixth inning. New pitcher Anthony Chiramonte into the mound. We will be back in just
Hey guys, my name is Steven Hayden. I am your commentator. No, I'm just kidding. It's Justin Lee here, returning back as the commentator. Anthony Chiramonte back on the mound for the Mavericks, replacing Anthony Connor in relief as we get here to the top of the sixth inning, with the Mavericks adding one score in the previous inning, so now 5-3 is the current score. This first pitch, a pop fly over to the second baseman, easy play for Kyle Doffner for the first out. So easy pickings for Kyle Doffner as Anthony Chiramonte walking out to Mambo Italiano, being a man of Italian flair himself. As we get to the second batter here with one out here in the top of the sixth inning. Mavericks trying to hold a 2-run lead currently. First delivered by Chiramonte is a fastball down the middle. Strike one. Mavericks are in their final week of playing. They'll finish up here on Sunday, and what determines these next few games will determine whether they're in the playoffs or not. The top 6 teams in the Sunset League will head over to the playoffs. 1-1 the current count to the number 14 batter for the Cage Rats. Chiramonte throws this one under the zone. 2-1 now the count. And a swung on a miss pitched. 2-2 now the count. The 2-2 count by Anthony. And a strikeout by Anthony Chiramonte. Caught looking. So off to a good start in his relief outing here is Anthony Chiramonte with pop fly over to Kyle Doffner. And now the second out being a strikeout. And here's the next batter, number 7 for the Cage Rats. This one a fastball on the outside part of the zone. Strike one. And a ball, fastball high up in the zone in the outside part, misses. 1-1 now the count. And to his windup, here's the next delivery. Misses the top part of the zone. Number 7 for the Cage Rats is of a smaller stature, about my stature actually, maybe a little bit taller. Number 7 he is. But got a smaller strike zone, obviously, so Anthony Claremont has to dot this one up. Next delivery outside, 3-1 now the count to the current batter.
Go 2-2.
Anthony Claremont himself is also kind of a short-statured individual, but he's a very good relief pitcher for the Mavericks that he's been out here so far. And a swinging strike, 3-2 full count, had him on his knees. A full count here to the current batter with 2 outs, looking for a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the 6th. Here's a 3-2 delivery. It's fouled off to the backstop, and all of our equipment is shaking, but everything looks like they're still in place. And a full count still remains here for number 7 of the Cage Rats. Here's the full count delivery, and inside and misses, and that'll be a walk for the batter. So 1 man on base, so 1-2-3 inning out of the equation now, with number 12 coming up here to bat for the Cage Rats. Lefty hitter here. Good chance to hit the gap between first and second baseman. But against a lefty pitcher, this one swung on and missed on a fastball. Strike 1 early here to the current batter. Yeah, they're looking over at first. Set ready, throws the pitch, and there's another fastball swung on and missed. 0-2 now the count. Here's the next delivery. That's a pop up to the left field. TK's running to it. Seth Mifflin has got it, and he'll make the pop up and an easy catch. So Anthony Tremonte comes in relief and allows no runners to score. And here we are, back here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Kyle Doffner is the leadoff hitter for the Mavericks with Mateo Salas on deck. Same pitcher for the Cage Rats as he comes up with the first delivery as a changeup here. Misses the strike zone in the inside part. 1-0 the early count to Kyle Doffner. Next delivery is a fastball that gets in there on the bottom part of the zone. 1-1 to count. Like we said, Stephen Hayden mentioned before, a jack of all trades, the type of player Kyle Doff is. There's a 1-1 count. Delivery misses outside part. Score currently 5-3, still remains the same as of the 5th inning, with the Mavericks leading by 2 runs. Curveball that does not hit its mark on the outside part. 3-1 now the count to Kyle Doffner. The next delivery, and it misses outside, so that'll be a walk for Kyle Doff. Now batting number 9, the right fielder, Mateo Salas. Mateo Salas comes up to bat here with Zachary Tittle on deck. Lefty hitter. First pitch is a strike, and he misses that one. It tipped into the glove of the catcher. Dylan Hoffman will run across our screen, handing over to third base. Must have been sleeping over there for a little bit. 0-1 the count here to Mateo Salas. Here's the delivery, and down and away. 1-1 now the count. Mateo Salas, career in the future, wants to be a firefighter and wants to do it eating carnitas burritos. It's interesting diet for a firefighter, but we love it. Misses outside. 2-1 now the count to Salas. Kyle Doffner looking for his attempt. It's the next pitch that gets into the zone, barely nicks the corner, and 2-2 now the count here to Salas. Doffner in ready position. 2-2 delivery. Fouled off to the left side. Two count here to Mateo Salas. Tittle on deck. And it swung on and missed. The ball dropped down. No throw down, and Mateo Salas strikes out. Catcher number 16, Zachary Tittle.
2 outs?
1. Yeah, you're good.
Most of the time it's not working.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, out here.
Oh,
But they don't have it going.
yeah. This is the one field that it has working. Zachary Tittle up to bat here, the catcher for the Mavericks with Brandon Zani, the extra hitter on deck. 1 runner at first with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. This one misses. 2-0 the count to Zachary Tittle. Looking to add some insurance runs for his team. Missed the outside part. 3-0. Possibly getting the red light here. This next count with runner on board. Zachary Tittle and his favorite snack, sushi. So maybe he'll grab some after this game if he's able to get the win here today. This is the way outside and above the zone. Now batting number 28, Brandon Zani.
I look real good today. I look real good today. I look real good today.
I don't know. I don't know why. It was doing all the static. It's weird. Okay, Brandon Zani is up here. He's the 10-hole hitter here for the Mavericks, with Mylan Jones on deck awaiting his turn with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. This is a line drive and gets in for a base hit. Here comes Kyle Doffner. He will score. So a base hit RBI for Brandon Zani. Now batting number 2, Mylan Jones. We got a stoppage in play here as after that RBI single by Brandon Zani, with leaving Zachary Tittle at second and Brandon Zani at first. Mylan Jones about to come to bat here. Looks like we'll have a change of the guard here with the pitching for the Cage Rats, so we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. The Cage Rats have a new lefty-handed pitcher here on the mound with Mylan Jones. Got 2 runners on board. This one is low, hits in the dirt. Want to know the early counts here at Mylan Jones. Runners at first and second. Zachary Tittle at second with Brandon Zani at first. Daniel Skeda on deck with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the delivery. A fastball gets in there. 1-1 now the count. Here's this one. It lands in the dirt. 2-1 now the count here to Mylan Jones. So ready to go. 2-1 the count. Here's the delivery. It's low, also in the dirt. 3-1 now the count. And with just 1 out here, you'd Probably believing Mylan Jones probably won't swing at this next pitch. And this one, he does swing at it, and it fouls off of his body. So now it's a full count here to Mylan Jones. Doing a fast swing and ball that bounced on the ground and then hit himself. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Full count deliveries in the dirt. Mylan Jones will walk. Now batting number 18, Daniel Escada. This one's in the dirt. Gets to the backstop. Zachary Till does not go, though. Both bases loaded, fully juiced right now for Daniel Escada, who is the current batter with Seth Mifflin on deck. Just 1 out here, so some chances here for the Mavericks to score some extra runs in this inning. There's the 1-0 delivery. Also in dirt, 2-0 now the count. Next delivery, 2-0. Curveball misses the top part of the zone. 3-0 now the count to Daniel Escada. Couldn't score, can make a score with a walk here, with just 1 out here. Next delivery is in there, a fastball for a strike. 3-1 now the count. Looking for something to swing at. This one misses outside, and that's a walk that'll score another run. Now batting number 11, Seth Mifflin. So after the walk by Daniel Escada, Seth Mifflin is up to bat here with Brandon Reyes on deck. Base is fully juiced here. 7-3 is your score for the Mavericks as they lead right here in the bottom of the 6th. Fastball gets in there for strike 1. Zani waiting at third base. Mylan Jones at second. Next pitch is in the lower part of the strike zone. A 1-1 count now to Mifflin. Skate at first base. Next delivery. In there for a strike. 1-2 the count. Here's a 1-2 delivery to Mifflin. And Missy outside gets away behind this backstop, but Zani does not advance. So everyone will stay where they are. Two now the count for Mifflin. Next delivery. Lower part of the zone misses. 3-2. Full count now here to Mifflin. Three-two count. Misses zone. Another walk and another run scored. Now batting first baseman number 34, Brandon Reyes. Yeah. So big hitter here in Brandon Reyes, number 34. with the bases juiced up with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. 8-3 is your current score. This one is fouled off to the right side on a huge jacked swing. A week ago, Rays hit a 2-run home run against the Jays, as I think we said earlier in the broadcast. He's a chance here to get himself another grand slam like he did earlier in the season. This one's a wild pitch. And it goes through the cage. Where my seat is. Hello. And because of that, as the result, another run will score. I'm going to readjust all my equipment here. And looked on strike, 1-2 now the count to Brandon Reyes. So what happened there was that the ball bounced on the ground, went through a little gap here in the cage between the wood at the backstop and hit the chair next to me, actually. So if you were sitting in that chair, you might have been hit, but that scored a run. Looks at another one, 2-2. So because the ball goes beyond the cage, that's a dead ball. So the runner technically would score on that, just as a scenario piece. So now Dennis Gate is at third base. Everyone else advanced. 2-2 count. Misses the top corner. Full count now here to Brandon Reyes. Mifflin is over at second base. And AJ Santamaria is on deck. This one is a high fly ball. Popped up. Second baseman's under it. And he's running over. He makes a good catch. A good recovery by the second baseman. Probably lost it up in the sky. Now batting, designated hitter number 29, AJ Santamaria. So 2 outs now here after the pop-up. We got a timeout here for a player. He's checking himself. The second baseman's walking around, getting loose after a wave, a sky-high, skyscraper-type pop fly. Second baseman lost it for a second, then had to race back in towards the infield and made a miraculous catch to get the second out. This one is inside 1-0 now. The count to AJ Santamaria. TK Parker on deck. This one's a hit towards the second baseman. He'll pick this one up easily, and this will end the inning for the Cage Rats. But after the Mavericks score a total of 3 runs, so they score now 9-3. Welcome back here to the top of the 7th inning. Anthony Chiaramonte in his second inning of relief after Anthony Connor pitched a total of 5 innings. This one is hit over to TK Parker. He'll pick this one up easily. A throw over to first base. Speedy runner, but he'll be out at first base. TK Parker credited with the assist there over to Brandon Reyes at first base. And next batter will come up here with 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Here's a delivery by Anthony. It's a foul ball to the right side. So 0-1 early count to number 36 of the Cage Reds. As we get reset here a little bit. 1 out here, top of the 7th inning. Mavericks leading by 6 runs. The score is 9-3. Here's a pitch that is hit, popped up towards the right side. Reyes is looking for it. He's near the cage. He's coming back, and nobody could find it in time, and it just bounces in foul. It feels like every infielder is having some issues with the pop flies right now. Earlier in the bottom of the 6th inning, the second baseman had to come back to make a catch on a foul ball that seemed like a routine play. And Brandon Reyes, same thing here in the top of 7th. This one seemed like it was a routine pop-up, but trailing over to the right side of the field, and he just missed it. It had to come way back and lost it immediately. So an 0-2 count here. Here's the delivery by Chiaramonte. It's a curveball that does not hit its mark. It's a 1-2 count now to the current batter. Next pitch is a grounder over to Escada. He'll pick this one up well over to first base for the second out. They're throwing it around the bases, and Escada had to get a ball that nearly missed him from Brandon Reyes over there. But good play by Daniel Escada to get the second out on a routine ground that had a lot of bounce to it. And next batter will come up here for the Cage Rats as Anthony Chiaramonte is looking to get out in a 1-2-3 inning of his own. First delivery is a fastball that is fouled onto the plate and back towards the catcher. Brandon Zani is now catching for the Mavericks and on his duty after being the extra hitter for most of the day. This one gets in there, good pitch, strike 0-2 now the count. Temperature is dropping here in Claremont, 89 degrees now. Still feels kind of pretty warm right now, but we're getting into the later part of the day, 5:51 the current time. Here's the delivery by Chiaramonte, an off-speed pitch, 1-2 now the count, and it does not hit its mark. Here's the delivery. Off the glove of Zani, but it misses the zone anyway, so 2-2 now the count. Tall, lengthy hitter here for the Cage Reds, number 18. Here's the 2-2 count. Is in the dirt. Now it's a full count here to the batter for Anthony Chiaramonte. Delivery and misses inside. A walk for the current batter. So 1-2-3 inning out of the equation. And we'll move on with the number 18 heading over to first base, and the next batter up here for Anthony Chiaramonte. Trying to stay unscathed here in the 7th inning. Swung and I missed on the first pitch. Good strike there by Anthony Tiramonte. This is a fastball that's fouled off to the back. And now an 0-2 count here for Tiramonte. Looks like the catcher for the Cage Rats up on deck with 2 outs on the top of the 7th. Off-speed pitch that is a little too high. 1-2. One-two delivery is hit back towards the shortstop and a throw over to second base, and that'll be the final out here in the top of the 7th. So Mavericks get out unscathed as we go to the bottom. Here we go. TK Parker is the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 7th for the Mavericks. Kyle Doff on deck. Same pitcher for the Cage Rats, the lefty-handed pitcher. Fastball that misses the top part of the zone. 1-0 the count. TK Parker looking for his first hit of the day, as this one is in there for a strike. Fastball. TK Parker not liking that one. 1-1 now the count. Next pitch is a gapper that goes oppo towards first base, and it's a base hit for TK Parker, so his first one of the day. Now batting, second baseman, number 15, Kyle Doffner. So Kyle Doffner is up to bat now with TK Parker on first base. This one's fouled off by Doff, with Mateo Salas on deck now. Oh, and 2 now the count to Doff. He's going to have to defend the zone now with no outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Fastball that's fouled off to the backstop by Doff. It goes back into the field, so pitcher will get that ball back. And this one misses inside. 1-2 now the count. Here's the next pitch. And is a strikeout for Kyle Doff. Now batting right fielder number 9, Mateo Solis. Mateo Solis will come up to bat after the strikeout off of Doff. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. 9-3 is their current score. Mavericks up by 6 runs. One 0 the count. This is outside bottom part of the zone. 2-0 the count here to Salas. And this is a fastball that gets in there for a strike. 2-1. TK Parker awaiting at first base to advance his position at first right now after getting a single oppo field. This one misses low. 3-1 the count now. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, and Salas will walk. Now batting catcher number 16, Zachary Tittle. Oh, thank you. This should be good. I don't want to break your umbrella. Yeah. Okay.
There's no wind now.
Yeah.
I got it.
All right, thanks. Swung on a miss. Zachary Tittle's at the current batter now. TK Parker at second. Salas at first. Brandon Zani waiting on deck. Next delivery is swung on and missed as well. 0-2 the count now to Zachary Tittle. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. This is outside. 1-2 the count. Delivery fouled off to the right side. Mavericks holding on to a lead here, trying to get some insurance run. This is misses towards the backstop. TK will advance. He had a good jump there at second base, and as well as Salas. So 2 runners now in scoring position with 1 out here. Zachary Tittle, 2-2 count facing. Change up and misses on the inside part. 3-2 full count now to Zachary Tittle. Looking for a solid hit. And he'll walk as well, so the bases will be loaded for Brandon Zani. Now batting number 28, Brandon Zani.
I look real good today. I look real good today.
So bases juice here for Brandon Zani, Mylan Jones. We're getting to the top of the lineup yet again for the Mavericks. The first pitch that is hit to the gap, and it'll get through. TK will score. Solis is coming in. He's waved around, and he will stand up, and that'll be a 2-score base hit. Now batting number 2, Mylan Jones. So after a base hit, 2 RBI for Brandon Zani, this will leave him at first with Zachary Tittle at second. Mylan Jones, the current batter, misses low, 1-0 the count. Mavericks leading now, 11-3 in this game. They round up the score by a lead of 8 runs. So in good position to just kind of swing away with things here. Daniel Skadale waiting on deck. This pitch is fouled off to the right side. And Anderson does not make the play, the first base coach for the Mavericks, so he'll be booed by his teammates in the dugout. One delivery. Bounces off the glove of the catcher. Zachary Tittle advances to the third, as well as Zani to second base. Puts him in scoring position. Now Mylan Jones has a chance to get himself an RBI. Ooh, inside towards Mylan Jones. He's now at a 3-1 count now. Just only 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Game time hitting about 2 hours now. Mylan Jones hits this one towards the middle, gets through. Another base hit. This will score 2 runs. Tittle is in. Zani is in. That throw is cut off by the pitcher, and Mylan Jones has got himself a 2 RBI single as well. So it looks like we are going to have a change of pitcher here for the Cage Rats as the Mavericks are leading 13-3. The Cage Rats are in danger of being walked off here on a mercy rule if Daniel Skita gets another run through here. We'll be right back. Daniel Skada, welcome back. A new pitcher for the K-Trents. Skada is up to bat with Seth Mifflin on deck. Mylan Jones, after a 2 RBI singles at first base. Skada is looking for a walk-off mercy rule here, as we are at a 13-3 score right now. The Mavericks up by 10 runs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. This one is swung on and gets through the gap. Daniel Skada gets to first base. Mylan Jones advancing to third base, and he will get in there easily. So he's in scoring position. The presenting themselves as the game-winning run if he's able to get in there. Now batting number 11, Seth Mifflin. Seth Mifflin in himself in a good position, 1 out here with Jones at third base, as Mifflin looks at that first pitch for a strike. 0-1 the count to start off. Daniel Skate is at first base, Mylan Jones at third. He's in scoring position. This pitch is inside low. Becomes a 1-1 count to Mifflin. Big Brandon Reyes is on deck. 1-1 delivery. Fastball high up above the zone, 2-1 the count. This one is hit towards the gap. It'll get through a base hit. Jones will score. And here comes Brandon Zani. Now batting number 34, Brandon Reyes.
Yeah.
So I apologize. The game doesn't end on Mylan Jones's scored run. Seth Mifflin's at first base. Daniel Skate at second. Brandon Reyes is up. He fouls this one towards the backstop. AJ Santamaria is on deck. 0-1 the count to start here for Brandon Reyes with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Mavericks are leading it by 11 runs currently. This one is in there for a strike. 0-2 the count now to Brandon Reyes. Next one is down in the dirt. And Brandon Reyes will see his first ball of the count. Next delivery is swung on and a high towering pop fly towards right field. Right fielder coming in. It'll drop in. Brandon Reyes will go to first. Everyone advances and the bases will be loaded as nobody was able to get to that ball in time in no man's territory. Now batting designated hitter number 29, AJ Santamaria. Santamaria now up to bat. Looks like Keaton Slack will be the pinch hitter for TK Parker if he's able to get up here. As AJ Santamaria hits a fly ball to right field, and it'll be caught. Tagging up is Escada. He'll score, and Mifflin will advance to third. Now batting number 51, Keaton Slack. Got it. Thank you. So Keaton Slack is the hitter for number 13. As a runner is going, Brandon Reyes easily takes second base. And a little banter by the coach there as he's calling Brandon Reyes out on stealing that second base. This one misses outside for a ball. 2-0 now the count to Keaton Slack. Kyle Duff is on deck. 15-3, the current score for the Mavericks. This one is a grounder over to third base. He'll make this one. Throw over to first, and that'll be the third out of the inning. So that'll end it after the Mavericks go on a huge run to make the score 15-3 as we go to the top. All right, welcome back, guys. Top of the eighth inning, Anthony Tremonte on the bump yet again in his third inning of work. The pop fly to right field. Under, it's the right fielder. He'll make the catch, Mateo Salas, for the first out of the inning. Mavericks are currently leading it 15-3 in this lopsided game in the top of the eighth inning. Dylan Hoffman is walking out to the mound. It looks like he will switch out his guy, Anthony Tremonte, as we'll get a no pitcher here coming up. So our new pitcher here is Teddy Montz, number 71, the left-handed heat thrower, standing at way over 6 foot tall. He's here in relief for Anthony Chiramonte as he's already thrown the first couple of pitches. A 1-1 count early here with 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning. Here's the next delivery. And swung on a miss, a heater by Teddy. Teddy with his kind of unconventional type of windup. Notice the arm kind of goes way behind him. And this one is swung on and fouled off to the left side of the field. His style of pitching kind of reminds you of a Ben Joyce type of guy with the arm that goes way up in the air as the batter will strike out spinning. Teddy Montz has got himself a strikeout. Oh, thank you. Shout out. Got a little treat here by one of the team moms, I want to put it. This one is off the glove of Zani, goes to the backstop. Want to know the count early here? Teddy Montz looking to get out of this inning in relief here for Chiramonte. The style, it kind of reminds you of a Ben Joyce with that arm that just freezes right before he throws his release. He kind of uses all of that arm to kind of engage in that velocity. 2-0 the count. This one misses high. 3-0. Next pitch. Nearly hits the batter. It'll be a walk. With just 2 outs here. Next batter coming up, number 9 for the Cage Rats. Runner at first. 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning. Montz throws a heater on the edge of the plate. Swing and a miss. 0-1 the early count. Now one comes in as a ball. 1-1 even the count now to current batter. This one off the glove of Zani. The runner at first base will advance to second base standing up. He's got himself a stolen base on that one. Mott's now with a runner in scoring position has to figure out a way around this batter out of this jam. 2-1 the count. Here's the delivery. Heater high. Misses the top corner. 3-1 the count now. Three-one delivery. High. Another walk delivered by Teddy Montz as the next batter will come up here. And Dylan Hoffman will come up to talk to his pitcher as he's put himself in a little bit of a jam here. So a little brief mound visit by Dylan Hoffman, having his pitcher take a breath and reset. 2 outs, top of the 8th inning. First pitch, way below the strike zone, 1-0. Here's the next delivery. Outside low as well. And 2-0 now the count. This one also misses outside. He's losing a little command here on his pitches. 3-0. No strikes so far in this at bat. 3-0 delivery, and also outside. Another walk issue. The base is now juiced with 2 outs. Teddy Mounts has put himself in a little bit of a jam here with number 7 coming up for the Cage Rats. Ball high and outside. It's been kind of throwing in that same region so far in these last couple at bats. 4 of them in a row. And the previous batter. This one now inside of the strike zone. A 1-1 count. There's the first strike after 5 consecutive pitches. 1-1 delivery outside. Another one thrown out there. 2-1 the count. Mont's looking to get himself out of this little jam he's got himself in. Nearly throws it towards the batter. A 3-1 count now. You talk about Ben Joyce in his college days, the unconventional arm, throwing those fast pitches and, throwing a little bit out of control. He misses this one, and this is going to score a run. Another walk issued for Teddy Moss. The score now 15-4 for the Cage Rats. The Mavericks are leading 15-4 still, but Cage Rats get one back. This one swung on and missed. There's a first pitch strike to the current batter, number 12. Next delivery, also in there for a strike, a good heater. Delivery swung on and missed. Teddy gets himself out of the squibble, and we'll head over to the bottom of the 8th inning. Welcome back to the bottom of the 8th inning. Kyle Doffner swings and misses at the first pitch he sees. Leading off here for the Mavericks as this one is a off-speed pitch that Kyle Doffner nearly wore, but misses it inside. Mateo Salas is on deck. 1-1 the count now. This one is swung on, a pop fly towards the second baseman. He's under it. He'll make the catch for the first out of the bottom of the 8th inning.
Now batting right fielder number 9, Mateo Salas.
Mateo Salas up to bat now. Not a lot of reserve hitters for the Mavericks today. Some of them are absent in the roster. Mateo Salas so far is having himself a pretty good day. This one in there for a strike, 1-1 the count. One delivery is swung on, right back to the pitcher, and it gets through the gap between the second and shortstop, and it's a base hit for Mateo Salas, so he's got himself another hit today.
Now batting number 16, Zachary Tittle.
So Mateo Salas reaches to first base. Zachary Tittle at bat here. Strike right down the middle for Zach. Brandon Zani on deck has himself a 2 RBI single earlier in the game. Zachary Tittle looking for a hit right now. This one inside misses, 1-1 the count now. This one is hit oppo field. Can it get fair? Yeah. Yes, it does. So Tittle's rounding first. He's going to second. He's got himself a double with Mateo Salas at third base. So Zachary Tittle gets himself a double on an oppo field ball that looked like it was going to hit the line.
Now batting 28, Brandon Zani.
I look real good today. I look real good today.
So after an oppo double by Zachary Tittle, he got himself a double as Brandon Zani comes in here and he looks at the first one for a strike. Next delivery is a pitch that is foul tipped into the catcher for the second strike. A little off speeder from the Cage Rats pitcher. This one off speed as well, but this time it's in the dirt. 1-2 the count now. Here's the delivery. It's also in the dirt as well. 2-2 the count now. Here's the next delivery. Zani hits a base hit that gets down in there. Mateo Salas scores. A throw over to the catcher is way off the mark. Zachary Tittle scores, and Zani's got himself another 2 RBI single.
Now batting number 2, Mylan Jones.
Zani gets himself his second 2 RBI base hit on the day, so he's got 4 RBIs in total today. Mylan Jones up here to bat. He's been a leadoff hitter all day today. Looks at the first one in front of his face, 1-0 the count. This one in there for a strike. Curveball that hits his mark on the inside part of the plate. Mavericks do lead it 17-3 in the bottom of the 8th inning. One more inning to go in this game. This one misses low and inside. Now a 2-1 count to Mylan Jones. This one is a deep drive to right field. The right fielder will get under it. Zani will have to return to first, and that'll be the second out of the bottom of the 8th inning. Now batting number 18, Daniel Escada. This one is a high off-speed pitch. 1-0, the count to Daniel Escada. Had himself a hit earlier in the game. This one is a hit towards the back, over the fence, and out of the park. Fouls this one right behind our little booth over here. Seth Mifflin on deck. Here's the next delivery, is way outside for 2-1. The count now to Daniel Escada. Next one is a solid hit to the gap in right field. It'll get down as a base hit. Running over to third base is Brandon Zani, and Daniel Escada's got himself another base hit. Batting number 11, Seth Mifflin.
All your exes know I like my O's with a V in the middle.
Seth Mifflin comes up to bat, lefty hitter for the Mavericks. Runner at third and first for his at bat. First pitch misses high and outside. Next one that he sees is bounces off the glove of the catcher, but nobody advances. You'll get in there. Zani is holding his position at third base. I think he's afraid of a little banter from the Cage Rats coach. Daniel Escada over at first base with Brandon Reyes on deck. Delivery fouled off behind us towards the school, and it hits a roof building, and it'll bounce into the parking lot. Two the count. Inside hits its mark. 2-2 the count now. Even the count. Fastball gets through the first baseman's glove. That'll be an RBI. Escada advances to third base, and Seth Mifflin's got himself an RBI single. Now batting the first baseman, number 34, Brandon Reyes.
Yeah.
Brandon Reyes up to bat with two runners on the bases. Escada at third, Mifflin at first. First pitch he sees, he makes a big cut into it. He's swinging for the fences. 18-3 is your current score after a Seth Mifflin RBI single. Next delivery, 0-1 the count. Curveball gets in there for a strike, 0-2. Now the count is to Reyes. Santa Maria is on deck. Looks like kind of a linebacker with his body build. He swings and misses at that one, and that'll be a strikeout after a big cut. And we go to the top of the 9th inning where the Mavericks will finish it off on this game. No problem. Welcome back here. Top of the 9th inning. Teddy Motts is back on the mound. He's already thrown 2 strikes to the first batter. As the Mavericks are looking to close this game out with an 18-3 score. Motts throws his next pitch inside off the glove of Tittle. 1-2 the count. A lopsided one here today. The Mavericks will play a game tomorrow, actually, away. This one nearly hits the batter. The 2-2 now the count. This one is a strikeout for Teddy Motts. Their first out of the top of the 9th inning. The next batter will come up to bat here for the Cage Rats. Motts' first pitch is swung on and hit a pop fly to the gap. Running over is Mylan Jones near the warning track, and he makes the catch for the second out. That was a well-hit ball by number 36. Just didn't have enough to get over the wall. And that'll be 2 outs with 1 more out to go in this one for the Cage Rats. Tomorrow the Mavericks will play the Jays back here at Claremont High School, but they'll be the away team, so I won't be the announcer for that, but I'll be maybe the commentator for tomorrow. Depends on scheduling and everything like that, but we'll see. It could be Stephen Hayden. First pitch swung on and missed, a heater by Motts. 2 more strikes to go. Next pitch is a liner to right field, and making the shoelace catches Mateo Salas, and that will end the game. The Mavericks win this one 18-3, the final score after a lopsided one, but the Mavericks take this one on a big victory that they definitely needed.